Episode 9 is out, is the season finale of Daredevil Born Again. A lot of stuff happened.
The Purge port, baby!
By the way, did Mayor Kingpin lose your vote because he murdered someone in cold blood? Because he didn't lose mine.
Matt needs to shut his damn mouth.
Greetings, Palaxians! Today on the Bounty Board, we're discussing Daredevil Born Again Season 1 finale. So kick up that warp drive and let's punch it.
Welcome back to the Guardians of the Palaxy podcast. I'm so glad that you are here. My name is MT, and I'm here with two of my wonderful, amazing friends, Whitney and Tommy. What's going on, gang?
Hi.
Hi! Daredevil finale!
Yeah.
Wow!
Hey, Daredevil Squad.
We're
that
staying
finale
up late
was something.
tonight. Yeah.
We are
Oh, yeah.
staying up late this evening. This is a late Palaxy record. Palaxy After Dark.
Yes.
Nothing like watching a man's head get squeezed into nothing right before bed.
Right before bedtime.
Yeah.
That's a recipe for sweet dreams. But hey, you know it's an even sweeter recipe for even sweeter dreams?
What's
Checking
that?
out our Patreon, dude. We have a brand new Guardians of the Palaxy Patreon. We have already had a couple of diehard pals, early signups. They are amazing. They are our new best friends. In fact,
Yes.
we'd like to let you know that this episode today was brought to you by our pal, Moose Shark. Moose Shark will be getting an in-depth shout out at the end. We are going to be singing Moose Shark's praises.
Yes.
That's what we will do. If you subscribe to our Patreon, you like Moose Shark will get a shout out. Stick around till the end for a little example.
What more can you really say about Moose Shark? A person that has given us so many organs when needed. I mean, I've got 3 of Moose Shark's kidneys just sitting in my freezer right now. I assume as a moose and a shark, he has like 9 of all vital organs.
Absolutely.
An experiment gone wrong and right. So many organs to give out. But yes, thank you, Moose Shark. You are amazing for sponsoring the channel, and we love you very much. But
and guys, get
later.
I'm sorry, real quick. Get in early on this Patreon when we have all this time to prioritize you, because you know what?
Yes.
In a year when we have 1 million Patreon subscribers and I'm doing this from my Rolls Royce, my self-driving Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say shit about you. I'm just kidding.
Once we're recording from the Royals,
Royals.
it's over for you hoes, is what I was gonna say.
We're recording from Buckingham Palace, from the royal family.
Yeah, once we're royals in our roles.
But yes, Daredevil episode 9 is out, is the season finale of Daredevil Born Again. A lot of stuff happened. We got some cameos, and we got a visit from our favorite Karen, the only good Karen that exists. Just kidding.
True.
That's terrible.
One of the only good Karens. If you're a pal and your name is Karen, we also like you.
You're fine. You're fine.
Just to say.
You get a pass. But yeah, what'd you guys think of this episode overall? Like, my goodness, like what a cliffhanger.
You know, I thought that this episode perfectly mirrored the chaos of of civil unrest. Like, this episode was civil unrest personified. The scenes were really short for the most part. A few long form scenes, but it was like a non-comedic sketch vignette show about like New York City in peril. Like there was so many good and important 2-3-minute scenes or less that got tons of information out about what direction the show is going and what's going to happen to these characters. I mean, if you think about it, I think Heather Glenn's character, she's really only on screen for probably like 5 total minutes in the episode, but she's
she's barely in this episode, which is wild.
Oh, I totally called it though. You know, she was totally like, oh, I gotta break up with this guy. As soon as he wakes up and he starts going on his morphine ramble, and she's just like, oh my God, Matt, shut the fuck up. Okay, I'm leaving. You get some rest. I'm taking the position as the mental health chair of Hell's Kitchen, I guess. Yeah. What the fuck?
She's RFK. She's the
RFK of Hell's Kitchen.
The new RFK. Brainworms can't even appreciate Daredevil. But yeah, no, like she is out. Like, I can't not see their relationship continuing after this. Like, he's pretty much mentally done. She's done.
Also, he just went right back into being like smitten with Karen Page.
Oh, exactly. I thought that they were going to make out, TBH. I really did. I thought that they were going to kiss. Yeah, but he's not murdering anyone, so I guess he's not cheating on his girlfriend either. Ugh, whatever. Even though now she's a made woman in the Fisk army and Kingpin's inner circle. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit, Heather. You're better than this. You're the red flag.
Seriously. I mean, like, I'm really wondering how Heather's character is going to evolve in season 2, because, like, what does that even look like? That, like, does she just, like, counsel various, like, superheroes? Like, just people that, like, they incarcerate? It's like, all right, I'm talking to the new White Tiger. I'm talking to all sorts of different people. Like, I wish we could see Spider-Man, but we'll never see Spider-Man.
It's gonna be tricky to kind of like keep her character from becoming two-dimensional, because they're making her kind of purposely ignorant, right? Like, she can't see A, that she's dating Daredevil, and B, that Wilson Fisk is a bad person. And this is a world that knows that he was once Kingpin and served time in prison and has been accused of all kinds of murder. However, in her field, she probably has to believe rehabilitation is real. And also, like, you know, she probably has much more of a threshold for seeing the gray areas in people rather than seeing everyone with broad strokes. However, but I just think next season, like, for her to continue to be like a therapist for Kingpin, either she's going to have to kind of get a little more bad or you know, morally, you know, willing to help a bad man to like the benefits, or she's going to be an informant for Matt, you know, like,
or he's picking her because she is so just like willfully ignorant, and maybe she is just going to go along with it because I don't know, man. She dumb. If you don't know that your boyfriend is the man without fear, you're kind of dumb. I'm sorry. It's just, how does she not know?
I mean, the whole blind thing is a really big block for a lot of people. Because, like, if someone told me that a blind man was, like, a crime fighter, I would be like, well, that's going to be pretty hard
for him.
that to happen. Like, good for him,
really
but, like, he's probably not going to last very long if he's fighting people with guns. I understand why she doesn't know, but, like, at the same time, I don't know, I feel like she is going a little bit far as to, like, comparing Daredevil to Muse, because, like, I know what she's saying, but, like, there are good crime fighters. Like, please tell me you're paying attention to the Hector Ayala case, because, like, that whole case like showed how amazing he was, and, like, you know, how he was a great guy. And so, like, you can't, like, lump everybody into this one, like, all masked people are mentally ill people that, you know, need to be rehabilitated. It's just like, no, some people just want to do good without, you know, getting arrested. So, like, yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see, like, how they make that character someone that isn't just an annoying, like, oh, like, you shouldn't be doing that, Daredevil type of character. Like, someone interesting that we want to see again in season 2. Because I really like that actress a lot. I think she did a really great job this season. And, like, I just want her to have a role that is, like, not completely annoying or so, like, I don't know, like, because a lot of people, I love her, but, like, a lot of people are, like, comparing her to what's her name, Invincible's first girlfriend, I forget her name from the show. I'm blanking on it, but anyway, it's just people are very annoyed with her character, which is kind of understandable, but I don't know, I don't get it. But
I think it's a tough task for that actor and for that character. It's like she's just caught in the middle of, like, 4 different things. Like, it's like it's one thing for her to be Kingpin and Vanessa's therapist, and then also Matt Murdock's girlfriend, but she was also the Muse's therapist, and, like, you know. There's got to be more therapists in Hell's Kitchen is all.
Yeah,
there's only one.
She just has really bad luck. I mean, and that's the thing, though, right? Is, like, maybe she is the only one, because Hell's Kitchen is only, like, a couple of block radius.
The
Hell's Kitchen's really not that big, so I don't know.
Not. But we should talk about the biggest revelation of this episode is that Wilson Fisk and the Fisk family are looking to use Red Hook as this, like, all crime is legal as long as I'm mayor island.
The Purge Port, baby.
Literally,
let's go.
Purge
Port 2025. Wilson Fisk. Let's gamble. Let's extort people. Let's do some exporting and extorting, baby. I'm horny for it. Let's go. I can't wait.
Like, that is a huge, deal, because, like, my God, like, so much crime, so much drugs, so much, like he could just smuggle billions of dollars, like he said to his wife. Like, it's going to be like his former enterprise on steroids, because
tax
he is now
an elected
official. oh my god, this seems so familiar, but who could this be about? Who knows? I'm interested to see like how that's going to manifest in season 2, and like what like, you know, big developments are going to come from that. I'm wondering if we're going to see like some Madripoor connections in season
that
2,
would be
because like
awesome.
we
That
have
could
not
be
seen
a thing.
Madripoor since Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Shang-Chi, I guess. And like we did have that post-credit scene with Homegirl, the power broker, that's like, yeah, we got so much like connection to the government and all this stuff, like, and like, you know, like she like what's her face?
Sharon Carter.
Yeah,
Sharon
Sharon
Carter.
Carter.
She's around.
Sharon Carter.
So like it would be interesting to see
She's
Sharon
around.
Carter pop up in season 2, be like, hey, I'm evil and I got drugs. Let me let me use your port to sell drugs.
Come on, bring Baron Zemo in too.
Yeah, get Zemo and his little dancing all up in there. Now I do have a couple of questions here about this Enterprise though. First of all, question number 1. How does nobody know about this? How is this just like a really like little like extremely well kept secret that the IKEA down in Red Hook, Brooklyn is a fucking purge port? Who knew? Like, who knew?
1855, baby. That's when they made the law.
I've been to that IKEA. I didn't know that I could stab a guy over some meatballs and get away with it. I didn't know that I was in lawless land, standing there next to the Bremnes and the Hilderbjorns. Like, Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
I'll tell you this for sure. If there's no laws, then those meatballs are definitely made of horse, because they're not bringing the best meatballs.
Oh no, there's no meatball standards.
Horsey meatballs, yeah.
I love horse meatballs.
Yeah, me too.
Ideally.
The Red Hook IKEA in the MCU sells drugs now. That's canon.
That's great. Yeah, I guess I my question is like, was this Kingpin's plan the whole time, or is he just like, you know what? I tried being good for a little bit, but it's going to save my marriage if I go back to being Kingpin. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this giant legal loophole port to like fund my criminal enterprise. It did feel like it towards the beginning of the season, like he actually had this like weird sense of purpose to be mayor. But now he's like, I'm going to.
Now he's like, fuck it. What if we just black out the city, do a purge? Why not? Let's go.
I feel like Vanessa very much inspired him to do that, because like her whole like, you know, hiring Bullseye to assassinate Foggy, like he once he learned about that charter, I bet it was like, oh, interesting,
right?
Like, oh, I'll keep a pin in that for after I try my hand at mayor, and now he's using it.
I think to that point, MT, like he has Vanessa on a pedestal, right? Like even though like he might be annoyed or bothered by some of her actions, and certainly like her infidelity, I'm sure, you know, obviously it bothered him enough to keep the man prisoner. But like at this point, if he sees like this person that he holds in this like huge regard being so flawed, it must be like, I feel like it's the only natural for him to be like, well, wait, if she's going to be bad, then I'm going to be worse. Like I was trying to be good to like be like the man that maybe she would admire. It's like, no, there's no need for that now. She clearly
super villain power couple. Let's go.
Exactly.
Yeah, like that is a really good point. Like I wonder if he felt pressure to, I don't know, up his game.
I don't even know if it's like he felt pressure as much as like Tommy was saying. Like I think it was more of like a relief of like, oh, sick babe, thank God we can go back to Bonnie and Clyding the shit out of New York together. Like I think that he was psyched. I think he was like, oh, finally we get to like be a cool like Mr. and Mrs. Smith couple again.
Like when you have like a second date planned and you like try to find this little like cutesy expensive Italian steakhouse, and then the girl's like, you know what I really love? Applebee's. And you're like, I'm gonna marry this girl.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it was 100%. Like.
He's a slug just like me. This is great.
Killing Foggy was the Applebee's of their relationship, and I think that that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I hope when they renew their vows, they'll bring that up. Like killing Foggy was truly the Applebee's.
I knew I loved you, and Vanessa, I knew I could leave you once I knew you had killed Foggy.
You're the apple of my eye, Vanessa.
Oh my god. This episode, of course, saw the return of Frank Castle as the Punisher in a very big way. Very
Holy
big
shit, that was a lot of murder. That was so much murder.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse did not sanction those murders. I don't think that he would approve. My God, so much blood.
Do you think when Disney brought this show to Disney Plus, they were like, and he's gonna split a guy's head open on a counter, but the wrong way. It's not gonna be like he's not gonna hit him on the
not
counter.
the way you think.
He's gonna push him into the counter. Exactly. Exactly.
Like, my God, like if you were to tell me like 5-10 years ago that like Disney Marvel was going to produce something like as bloody and like really just wow, I would be like, no way that they would ever cross that line. But they went full steam ahead. People died in some cruel ways in this episode, and it was amazing.
Throat rips, arm rips.
That shit was fucked up. Frank fucked people up. The only like very small complaint that I have about that scene, and it's not a small complaint, it's a pretty big complaint. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I thought that it was so bloody and so violent and so gory and incredible, and it really earned its R rating. The only thing that would have made it better is if they showed us Matt Murdock in the hospital gown from behind. Give me a little butt. Give me just a little bit of butt. Just a little bit of cheeks. Just a little cheek. Just from behind. Like tasteful, like Patrick Swayze Roadhouse tasteful. That's what I'm picturing.
I disagree. Show me from the front and take the robe off and hang his dong.
Dude, we'll get there. We'll get there. I
want to see Matt Murdock's grandfather clock arm. That's what I'm talking about. It just swings around like this. There's a reason why Matt Murdock doesn't hear a lot of no's in his life.
I had a friend in high school who used to call jerking off punishing the lawyer. And I thought that was great.
Wow.
I'm about to go punish the lawyer, BRB.
Sorry, guys. I can't hang out later tonight. I'll be punishing the lawyer.
Oh, my mom caught me punishing the lawyer again.
Damn. But yeah, like that fight was incredible. Except my only complaint about that fight was that Matt needs to shut his damn mouth and let Punisher shoot that man in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
absolutely.
Cole North deserved a bullet in the head for killing Hector Ayala. F you, sir. Like, I'm glad your limbs got hurt, but it's not enough.
I'm glad that you died in a fucking grenade, you piece of shit.
Also, though, it's like, it's so half-assed that he's like, don't kill. And then he's like, but I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to really stop you. Like,
right? Yeah, he's like,
come
no,
on, Frank,
like, I can technically stop you with like this one guy because I'm standing here, but like, I guess I can't really stop you with all this other guy.
Come on, man, please. Frank, please don't kill him. Aw.
Oh man, you killed him.
And like after that whole argument, some random person tosses a grenade into the apartment and blows him up anyway.
Yeah.
Like, that's hilarious. Obviously, like after that, we see Daredevil, like, sort of like try to recoup with Karen, and like he tries to go after Fisk after obviously the Punisher with no plan tries to go right through the front door, like, I'm gonna kill you all.
I loved this though. I loved it.
It looked cool.
It was a cool fight and it was fun, but also, dude, come on.
No, I'm sorry. I did not love Frank Castle's plan. I loved that we have in a superhero show like a classic D&D runaway. Like where it's like, all right, we cannot win this boss battle. There's tons of people from the secret police force. We're gonna die. Or basically, Karen's like, Matt, you're gonna die if you go in. And if you want to die, I guess do it. But if you don't want to die and you want to try and fight back, you can't do it. And they run away, which is like does not really happen in these. Normally, it would just be like, put them in an unwinnable situation, and then Daredevil will summon some sort of superhuman deus ex machina, like there'll be like a once-in-a-lifetime comet or something. So yeah, I just thought it was in a refreshing zag on the usual, like, let's just go in there and let guns blazing and let the chips fall where they may. They were like, we can't win this.
Let's get out of here and get a fucking beer.
That's right. Exactly.
And I feel like that's one of the biggest reasons why they decided to let Frank go in solo dolo, because like I feel like they're trying to underscore the idea of like you can't do this by yourself. Like, even though like
Yeah.
you're always like, you know, being a hero on your own, Daredevil, you need friends. And so like Frank tried to do it by himself, and now he's in a cage. So like you need to assemble this army.
Which, by the
to
way,
deal
is
with it.
shocking to me that he was taken prisoner and kept alive.
Right?
I cannot believe
Like,
that
he
they
gets
kept
so
him
mad.
alive
What
because
a massive mistake.
Fisk was literally like, you guys can use lethal force. It's encouraged. And they're
Right.
just killing random people on the street, but not the Punisher. Like, wouldn't
I
you?
mean-
Also, wouldn't you want to be like the cop who took out the Punisher? Because then wouldn't you be like King Punisher logo man? I don't know. To me, that seemed bizarre. But the part that I thought was of all that was so fascinating. I thought it was wild and very, very brazen of Disney to include an actual when the looting starts, the shooting starts scene in a fucking Disney Plus show. That was so nuts. They were just killing guys for like stealing.
Yeah.
And it was just, oh, holy shit. Like, there's so many things in this episode that were just really on the nose for current events. And that scene was wild.
I brought this up a couple minutes ago on Twitter, but like I really do feel like Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to take place during this blackout period. For two reasons. One is that like I feel like when a big event happens in Marvel, like especially in a TV show, they have to have that event happen on the big screen so that everyone knows that like, oh yeah, Kingpin has this task force and like people, vigilantes are being hunted down. And I feel like that's when Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to take place, so that Spider-Man can, so that we're going to see Spider-Man's point of view while he's running from the task force, while also battling people in a darkened New York, which would be really fun because like all of our Spider-Man movies so far have been very, you know, sunny and bright and like, oh, I'm on a field trip with my friends. And, oh, it's gonna be so great. I hope I can kiss the girl. Oh no. But like now it's just like, you know, but now that like everyone in his life is gone, like he's in a new season, like he's in a darker part of his life. And so we're going to see him go through it. And I feel like that's when we're going to see Mr. Negative come in and like, you know, bring up Peter's dark side and make him all angry. You know, that whole darkness to light narrative fits very well with like this power outage in this episode. It'd be really cool to see Daredevil sort of like branch off from this season, like go to Spider-Man 4 and then transition back into season 2.
Yeah.
And I know that I've said the words "the purge" like 78 times so far, and I'm sorry, but that's literally what it was. And I honestly could have dealt with I would have loved like a whole movie of MCU
absolutely.
Purge where like the lights go out in Hell's Kitchen and it's like it's Spider-Man's point of view. And then it's, you know, we obviously we saw Daredevil and Punisher, but like I would just fucking, as She-Hulk gets in there, I would love to see all of the other Ms. Marvel in the blackout across the way in New Jersey being like, I can help. What's happening? I can't text any of you guys. Your phones aren't plugged in. So I don't know. I think that would be really cool. I would honestly would have loved to see like a whole fucking movie of that. Because, you know, like Tommy was saying, just even like the little snippets that we got to see of very brief scenes in this blackout, I thought were fascinating.
I actually, I even thought like there was a part of me that kind of wanted this to go like full The Batman, where like there is no resolution to the city in crisis at the end. It's just like now we're learning to live with the city in crisis. Because I could do a whole half of the first half of the second season being like the fallout, the direct like the next day, like, you know, the city is in like whatever this martial law is going to be. I hope they don't rush out of that. I hope that like,
I want to see.
I actually wondered if it was noted to make the ending a little more hopeful, like to end on the Matt Murdock speech rather than, you know, like, well, I guess they ended on the really weird, like, I love New York.
They really should have had him say that and then, welcome to New York.
Yeah.
It's been waiting for you. Taylor Swift just comes in strong and hard. Yeah, I'd love that.
I thought they were going to sing, look at me, I'm the king of New York. I thought they were going to pull movies on us. But,
I would have rather Marvel actually brought out New York from Flavor of Love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I love New York.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
I'm so stupid.
I was wondering if it was like a Disney note to be like, this is really dark and scary. Kingpin just crushed a guy with his bare hands. Can Matt give a speech to the like 5 good cops that are left? Angie Campbell's still like a nice lady, right? Like she's not bad. Cherry, we don't know if he's on the force, retired, alcoholic in recovery. There's 3 other unnamed. You know what? I just wanted one. I wanted Jessica Jones in that bar or somebody like that.
Right?
That was the
so
perfect
cool.
opportunity. Or just really fuck with us and have Danny Rand be in there. You
Yeah,
know, like just,
only Danny Rand. They just go to the bar and it's only the Iron Fist.
oh, you guys wanted the Defenders? Oh, okay. No
only
problem.
This one. This is the only one you get. No more.
Well, we've got a Defender.
We've got a Defender.
And then it's like, well, where are Jessica Jones and Luke Cage? And they're just fucking.
Yeah, they're just fucking. They're in the back of the bar.
They haven't seen each other in a while. They're catching up
with each other's genitals.
Hey, but like, so who do you guys want to see in this like task, like this resistance rather?
I think we guns to see the Defenders. I think they gotta come back. Gotta bring those guys back.
We got
gotta.
So that's Jessica Jones, that's Iron Fist, that's Luke Cage. We might see White Tiger.
We definitely saw that. I think BB's going to be pivotal in, kind of back channeling, getting information out. She said, she often writes under names that are not her own, perhaps an alias.
Mark Twain. I hear. She's gonna.
No, she uses Samuel Clemens. She uses his real name. She
Samuel Clemens.
Oh my God. I think MacGruber's probably going to show up. I think they're really.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, speaking of BB, like this idea just popped into my brain. There was I forget what the name of the actual comic was. I think it was Frontline or something like that. There was like a Marvel newspaper like type of like series for a little while where like we saw the Marvel world from the perspective of like a journalist. So like I would love for BB to cover like this blackout, like the snap period, like a little like a little like Disney Plus show, like where like BB talks to people and like we see what like the impact
BB on the street.
Exactly. Well, BB on the street.
It's like if they had made damage control better. That's such a great idea. Like,
right? Oh my God.
We're gonna do a series about the people that have to clean up the mess that don't have powers. Like
that was rumored for a very long time until like they adapted it for Homecoming. But like, I would have loved control.
They made the sitcom Damage Control, right? Or am I crazy? Or did I imagine that?
I think you're thinking of Powers for DC. Maybe?
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Empowered.
It was with Vanessa Hudgens. And,
yes, that's what I'm thinking.
I think it was Danny Putty.
Yeah, you're right.
For a long time, there was rumored that there was going to be a Damage Control, show like that, and like I was so bummed that they never actually did it because like it would be amazing, especially mockumentary style. Oh, shoot, I just totally forgot what we were talking about. My mind is a potato.
We were talking about BB.
It's late.
BB, yes, BB Eric. I really want her, like season 2. I really want her to get vengeance for her uncle in some way. Obviously, she's not going to be the one to shoot Kingpin in the face like Echo did, but it's. I would love for her to like really just like get him. Like maybe like she actually did have that meeting with Chief Gallo before his melon got crunched. And like maybe she has like secret audio. It's like, yes, I have the proof that Kingpin, he killed him and he's being mean. But yeah, like I just want her. I want justice for Ben Urich because he was a great guy. He was a great man.
For sure.
Loved his wife and just wanted to do good by his wife. So like, yeah, what do you guys want to see in season 2?
It has to blend more in with the fantastical nature of the MCU. It doesn't have to. I'm sorry. It has to for me. I want it
for you.
I want like if we're gonna have people in superhero costumes, then like I would like to see like Spider-Man swing by, or even like take the opportunity to show a sling ring portal opening up. I thought, so this is honest to God what I thought when that cop shot that guy, the kid who was robbing the store. when he was like, he's just a kid. When he said he's not a kid, I thought they were going to pan down and it was going to be a scrawl on the ground.
Ooh,
because
Oh
I was
shit!
like,
that would have been
Yeah.
wild.
I was like, oh, this is like more layers, and then it was like, no, he's just gonna pull his hat over his face and be like,
Yo, that would have been
vigilante.
sick.
That's
That
what I
would've
thought.
been.
I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be like he shot a Skrull or something, and like, how does he know? But like, I don't know.
Right.
That was my thinking. But I would like it to fully immerse itself into the MCU in season 2.
Yeah.
I'd like, that we're gonna have some, some other movies will have come out by then. There'll be some other things. Thunderbolts. I don't know how Thunderbolts would directly tie in, but perhaps the ramifications of that movie will ripple through. It doesn't need to be like, I mean, I'm kidding when I say Spider-Man needs to swing through, but I think just more than just cursory, one word kind of verbal Easter eggs. I'd like it to be shown more than told next season.
Yeah, like in the same way that, in Hawkeye, we got to see Kate Bishop, her perspective of the Battle of New York from when she was younger. So I do think that it would be, we should just start every new season of every new show with Kate Bishop and her perspective on surviving harrowing events in New York. Because I do want to know what she was up to during this. What was she using her little arrows for in the dark?
Hopefully far away from Michael B. Jordan. I can't believe that you kissed him on the face. I can't believe you betrayed me like that. I'm just kidding. I'm stupid.
And then she betrayed Josh Allen.
That's fine. You can betray your holy matrimony. Just don't betray me.
That's big drama up in Rochester, New York. You better believe it.
Oh, really?
It's big drama that did Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld have an affair on the set?
That's wild.
Like, not every people that are in a movie together bang. I've been in a lot of movies.
Yes, they do. If you kiss on screen, then you kiss for real. I think that this next season 2 is going to be fantastic. I mean, like, have you guys seen the new suit yet? The behind the scenes photos from season 2?
No, I haven't.
I mean, like, I guess not to spoil anything. I don't know if we can put it up at all because it's behind the scenes stuff. But it looks very nice. It's very.
I'll have to do that little Googling.
It's very Shadowland.
A little Googling. Hey.
It's his dark suit. And so, like, I hope that, like, we actually do end up seeing Black Suit Spider-Man at some point in Spider-Man 4. Because then, like, those two buddies will be like, oh, we're in our emo phase. Like, check us out. We're so cool.
We're both wearing our dark suits. Let's listen to the confessional.
Yeah.
But, oh, yeah, one more question. Bullseye. Like, what do you guys think Bullseye's going to be up to?
Well, they put him in the heroes montage, which was weird. They were like, we can resist. And then he's like, I'm like, wait a second. What's this guy resisting? Murdering people with his tooth?
He's going to start resisting tooth murders? I mean, I guess that's a good place for anyone to start working on themselves.
He's going to go to a 12-step meeting for murder. I haven't killed in 2 weeks.
Good job, Bullseye.
Good job,
One day at a time, buddy. One day at a time, Poindexter. By the way, that's why he kills.
I know. It's because his name is fucking Poindexter. That would suck so bad.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Like, if I was marrying him, I would not take his last name. Like, I'm so sorry.
I would, because I don't want my licenses to work at airports anymore. There's some sort of topical joke in there somewhere. I don't really follow the news anymore, but I hear some gals are having a real tough time now. Thanks to Mayor Kingpin. By the way, did Mayor Kingpin lose your vote because he murdered someone in cold blood? Because he didn't lose mine. I got to wait for all the evidence to add up. He may have done a lot. He might have done a lot of bad things, but we got to let him play this 4D chess. I mean, sure, crushing someone with their bare hands is bad.
Crushing someone's melon with your bare hands is just the art of the deal, baby. You got to let him cook.
Exactly.
You got to let him cook.
I'm putting a pause on not crushing people's heads with my bare hands. I'm putting a 30-day pause on not crushing heads with my bare hands.
Oh my God. But no, like this, I can't believe the season's already over. Like, good God. I feel like it just started.
I know. This went by fast.
Well, they did give us a couple of two for episodes, right? We got a couple of weeks where they double dipped, but it did go fast. It went too fast for me. It went too furious for me.
Wait, time out. Like, this is like a really random like idea that just popped up in my mind real quick. But like, what if in season 2 we start seeing members of Magneto's Brotherhood like trying to like show up in the Resistance? Because like this is like very much Marvel trying to set up this like anti-enhanced people world. So like, what if these like mutants are like, hey, I want to stand up against the man too? Like, come on, Daredevil.
Yeah.
Let's fight.
Let us in. It's me, Toad.
That was my Magneto impression, actually. Hey, it's me, Magneto.
It's me, pal. Oh boy, pal. It's me, Magneto.
Watch me levitate these forks in the bar. But I think it'd be really fun if we did see like mutants start popping up in this like mini war. And and like what Tommy said, I hope they don't rush through this period, because like it sort of feels like the Civil War-esque period again. And I feel like Civil War 2 is all but inevitable at some point during the mutant saga because of all this drama, all this hot tea. But anyway, that's
the scalding hot tea.
Scalding hot, piping hot tea being thrown into the harbor at Red Hook, where it is legal to do anything. Hey. You can stab a guy. You can open a Swiss bank account. You can totally murder anyone's grandma you want.
Open harbor where there are no laws. You don't have to wear drawers in Red Hook.
Yeah, you don't have to wear pants in Red Hook. That's the best part. That's the absolute best.
All day long in Red Hook. There ain't no laws.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws in Red Hook. Yeah, open carry containers, absolutely down in Red Hook. It just becomes destined during spring break down there.
Everyone's Winnie the Pooh in it and like drinking their beer out of like big like Winnie the Pooh honey pots. Like
I do think I'll drink a giant full in Red Hook
with my wiener out.
Oh, Christopher Robin. I drank too much again.
But yeah, any final thoughts?
I mean, I got one final thought, and that's that I haven't stopped thinking about Moose Shark this entire episode.
Yes, Mooch! Oh my God.
Moose Shark is absolutely the man. And as Tommy was saying, Moose Shark is a person who's very special, dear to our hearts, because we each have 3 of his organs right now. That's right. That's what his donation was on the Palaxy. Yeah. And we believe that everyone should have more organs, more human, to quote Invader Zim.
But I want to be clear. I only have 2 of his vital organs. I also have his mother's church organ in my house that he let me borrow, that I play songs
What a
on.
Nice guy. A true
it's
organ
a pretty
donor,
ornate
man.
organ. And what do you say about a guy that would not only take a bullet for you, but he'll take the entire gun. He'll jump right in front of the gun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That Moose Shark.
Wonderful, wonderful person. I hear that his blood is type, oh yeah. It's Kool-Aid Man blood.
He's type amazing and beautiful. But yes, he also gave me a testicle. He had 3. So,
he had 3 and donated
great.
one? Wow. Incredible.
He gave me one. It was amazing.
Moose Shark,
my first
generous.
time having 2. The world feels a lot different. I could see in 3D.
Is that like your third eye opened up?
Yeah.
Yes.
I got my third ball and I could see a new dimension.
I'm tapping into my 3rd ball. Yes, Moose Shark, you are amazing for sponsoring.
Thank you for being episode. Our first pal.
Yes.
Shout out.
The original.
The original pal for us to do a shout out for. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. And we appreciate all of our pals who have so far subscribed to our Patreon. We will be getting to your shout outs as the weeks keep flying by. So keep a listen out. Keep an eye out for your name. Keep a listen out if you want your name and praises sung at the end or beginning of an episode, depending on our discretion. Please go ahead and check out our Patreon. See if one of the tiers works for you. They are all pretty financially friendly because, like, let's be real. We're all broke. It's a fucking recession.
Yes.
Ain't nobody can afford that shit. But if you guys wouldn't mind donating a couple of your hard-earned dollars towards some of your pals, we get by with a little help from our friends, and you are our friends, and we'd appreciate it. Thank you.
And last thing, Moose Shark, if you're ever at the beach and you look down and only see one set of footprints, it's because I left 2 hours ago and I'm hiding under your bed with a knife.
That's no way to treat an organ donor. That's no way to treat an organ donor. Absolutely not.
the death threats are a tier that you could like subscribe to.
Yeah, that's a special tier that you have to unlock. You have to clearly Moose Shark unlocked a very different tier of the Palaxy Patreon. Congratulations.
But yes, we love you, Moose Shark. We love all of you for watching this video, and we will catch you guys later. Goodbye.
Bye.